Hi, Tiera. I just wanted to thank you for showing up in time for your annual performance review. As you know, we here at Chase Bank care deeply about our employees and want to make sure we are doing the same page with performance. This review should take about 9 to 11 minutes, during which we will be discussing your performance over the past year. I want you to be aware that this is a safe place for interactive dialogue, so if at any time you feel like you have any questions or comments, feel free to interject.
All right, thank you.
So 2 weeks ago, you were sent with an email of a template to fill out yourself, consisting of items that were categorized into things you should keep doing, start doing, stop doing, start doing less of, or start doing more of. And I also filled one out, so together here we're going to go through that. And when I went through it, our responses were very similar. We just need to cover a few certain things. What are some things you feel should be highlighted in this interview before we get started?
I'd like to know if we can cover cell phone usage, and career development, and workplace morale.
Sure. I think those should be both highlighted in categories that we have.
Okay, and I'll also
organized.
be taking notes if that's okay,
Mhm.
just so that I can use it later.
Yeah, sure. So let's kind of categorize in the 5 categories I mentioned earlier. So we're going to start with keep doing items. Your positive attitude and your punctuality are both great. Many of your coworkers have provided positive feedback in surveys, and also coworkers enjoy being in the same department as you. So keep doing that. And then your punctuality, you're always on time, often early to your scheduled shifts and events. You have encouraged other employees to show up on time, so we really appreciate that as a bank as a whole. Having discussed these items that you should keep doing, what comes to your mind in terms of action planning to keep doing these?
Well, I can definitely continue to be on time, and also continue to take the time to build relationships with my coworkers, make sure that they're positive relationships.
Great. So next we're going to move into things you should stop doing. Cell phone usage is an issue, and then eating outside of the break time. In your downtime, it's been brought to my attention that you are oftentimes on your cell phone when nobody else is around. Just reminding you of our cell phone policy. You shouldn't have your phone on or with you in the bank teller lounge. Although if you do have an emergency situation, just be sure to speak to a manager and we will get that approved for you to keep your phone on you for an emergency situation. And then also eating outside the break room. We have the break room just so you're away from the public. Your image is kept well, the bank image is kept well for customers. So just be sure to keep your food in the break room.
Okay.
It's just unprofessional to have customers come in and see the bank tellers eating at their spots.
That's understandable.
With the 2 items I've mentioned that you should stop doing, how do you plan to change your actions?
I could keep my cell phone away in the break room with the rest of my items. I can also make sure that I'm eating at certain times so that I don't feel the need to eat on the job or get hungry while on the job.
Great. So the next category we will move to is items I think you should start doing. Phone call outreach is the big thing that our bank really gets known for. Outbound calls helps ensure our customer members are satisfied, and then it also helps us meet the needs of our customer base through offering them the products and making them know those products. And then another thing you can start working on is self-development. Going to some of our corporate training seminars, those are a great way to improve self-development, and then listening to our monthly CEO phone meetings. Tuning into those will really help your self-development.
Okay.
Do you believe that the items I've asked you to start doing are reasonable?
Yes, I do.
And then if so, what is one thing that you would like to be starting this month out of those 2 items?
I'd like to look into when the next seminar is so that I can start that process and enhancing my career and my knowledge.
Great. If you just want to stop by my office after this, I can get those documents for you on the schedule for the seminars. Next, we're going to be talking about items that you should be doing less of. Gossip is a major issue for the bank tellers here at our bank, and we're aware of that. Gossip is a struggle for your department. Cutting down on that will help the morale and then keep that image positive. And then just kind of imagine yourself in those shoes. You wouldn't want other people to be talking about you and then customers maybe hearing that gossip. That's unprofessional. And then another thing you can do less of is worrying. You worry a lot about the quality of your work. You do a great job. You shouldn't have to worry about your work quality. Be confident in who you are. You perform well and others look up to you. So, how do you feel about hearing those items that you can do less of?
I definitely agree with it, and I am happy to hear that other coworkers look up to me.
How do you think you can put steps in place to ensure the lessening of these behaviors?
I could just steer clear of those type of conversations that include gossip. I could also just work on my self-confidence and so that it can reduce my worrying. With me being a perfectionist, that's just one of my struggles.
I think those seminars would really help with that too. And then the last category we're going to be talking about is items you can do more of. That would be encouraging the team and then interactions with our customers. You've started being a role model, lean into that. Just like I said, your self-confidence is very good for role modeling. And then offer advice and console in regards to processes and interactions with, other coworkers. So if you see that behavior, just be helpful, intervene. And then interactions with customers. When a customer comes up, dig deeper into what they really need and make sure they're being satisfied with that. And then be kind and courteous in the process. And then what action steps do you think can be taken to ensure these behaviors are increased?
I could definitely pay more attention to my coworkers just to see if it looks like they're struggling with anything and helping them when I have the chance or on my downtime. And I could work on establishing better rapport with customers and building better relational histories.
Those are all great. Having gone through the performance review, do you have any other comments or items that you would like to discuss?
Yes, I have a few questions, if we could.
Yep, there's plenty of time.
For the stop doing, could you briefly clarify the cell phone usage rule?
Yeah, just going back, cell phones should be kept away from, you have it on you, but make sure it's silent. You shouldn't be getting on it when there's no customers around. Just professionalism practice makes perfect. Although in emergency situations, just be sure to speak to a manager and we can get it approved if, for say, family members in the hospital, we'll allow you to have your phone still.
Do you have any suggestions on seminars that maybe you even went to when you were in my position?
I think the self-confidence was a big one. We offer a couple seminars on that to build that. I know I had an issue when I was a teller with that. So go to those seminars quite often just to make sure other employees are aware of them and taking advantage of them. Does that answer your question?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
And like I said, I'll give you a schedule of those seminars once we're done with this today.
I'd just like your feedback on what I could do to create better customer service and establish better relationships with customers? Since you said that I should do more of that.
That's a great question. So creating better customer service, just being welcoming, thank them for choosing us as a bank. Make sure they're knowledgeable of all of our products that we offer. That sort of thing. Let me think about that. There's outreach, phone calls, following up with customers after. Make sure you're addressing them by name if they have an account with us. I know it's kind of difficult to remember everybody, but just trying to create that relational history with our customers would be a great way to increase your customer service.
I think that's about all the questions I have for that. I thank you for all of your feedback.
Those were great questions. Thank you for bringing them to my attention to discuss. Is there anything else you would like to discuss that you can think of?
No. I look forward to seeing you again next year.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I need you to sign one document just for the documentation of this. Thank you.